where we've now seen ASEAN, I don't follow Indonesia as closely anymore, but ASEAN beginning to reproach back to the military government at a time when they're still bombing and killing many people, moving towards a sham election that's endorsed by China. ASEAN, we've heard zero about this, but we do see that more and more military leaders from Burma are coming to ASEAN events. It was good that ASEAN did try to stop that in the past. So that's very specific. How can ASEAN, and then actually from your role in Indonesia, which has taken a good policy towards Burma, how can you maintain pressure to allow the bringing back of democracy and an open environment in Burma?
I think this is one of our biggest challenge. How can we be clear and explicit in agreeing on what are the values that we believe in as a community? I mentioned earlier about human dignity, shared prosperity, sustainability, sovereignty, and democracy, human rights. And we need, I'm not in government right now, but I think it's important for governments of ASEAN to be explicit on echoing these principles in the meetings of ASEAN. And let's agree upon this. And we have seen examples of countries across the globe for the past few hundred years that if you respect these values, we will then in the long run prosper. If we don't, we are going to derail as a community working together. So I think it's very important for ASEAN to be explicit on that. And I don't think letting some of our members of ASEAN, undermining those values and letting it go unchallenged is a good thing. I think we need to be explicit on that, and democratic countries, especially in democratic countries in ASEAN, should be more courageous in echoing this message and be an example of promoting democracy in the region and respecting human rights and those basic values that modern communities, modern countries adopt. So that would be my response to that.